infantry. 5 out of 5 here. Gun damage and handling. 5 out of 5 in gun crit hit chance, which is a plus 60 to crit hit chance, which is important to remember. 5 out of 5 in ability damage. We've got 3 out of 3 in magazine size and ammo generation. 3 out of 3 in movement speed and fire rate on kill.
Let's take a look at the map,
gun damage dealt to critical hit areas is increased, which isn't really all important, but it was 1 point.
You know, it's a bit dull, really. They should
3
call
points
it
in
something
erratic nature,
else, like
which never came to ability damage to an enemy.
Tapestry of Words.
They take 54% increased damage for 12 seconds. And then
well,
the
let
Ricochet.
me consult the Tapestry of
The second
Words.
class is
Gods, how do I have so
Avomancer.
many great ideas?
It's just a flat 30% increased critical hit chance, combined with Bullseye is already at a 90% critical hit chance. From those two. 5 out of 5 in Arsenal, which is increased gun damage. 2 out of 3 is what I have currently in movement speed. This is here specifically for the movement speed, and when I cast a spell, the effect is doubled. You'll see that in action here in a minute. While moving, the faster I move, the more damage I deal. Plus 10% flat damage, but scales up the faster you move. Applying status effects increases the damage by 6% for each status effect. 2 points in Bullseye, 1 point in. This gives me the ability to dodge. And lets me sprint and shoot, which synergizes well with Swift Death. My class mod also gives me a point in this, which does take effect. Not necessary, but it's nice. Look at hero stats, right? I have a dexterity, which is a plus 48% crit chance. So this says my critical hit chance is only 9.1. But that's not true. My critical hit chance is much higher than that. Plus 48 there, so I'm at like 138% crit chance. Oh, one important thing. This does ability damage, dealing reduced ability damage to a nearby enemy, which means my ability, Ricochet, right, triggers this ability. Ability damage to an enemy, damage, Ricochet. Now this says ability damage is 50% of the gun's critical hit damage, but I have plus 59% to my power. So Play the Angles gets plus 59% damage. So it's 50% plus another 59, so it's 109% of the damage I dealt is done to nearby targets 35% of the time with a 15% additional Ricochet. Also, these can crit, and if they crit, they also bounce. The crit also bounces. That's fun. As far as
I can hardly choose between
my
them.
required items, right? Only really one item so far has been required for this build, and that's this one. Specifically, you want a class mod. And this isn't a very well optimized class mod because it doesn't give me anything I actually care about. But it converts 30% of my damage to dark magic. And what dark magic does is a heal for part of the dark magic. And currently, that's 8.3% of my dark magic damage heals me per second. Also, we'll probably want a live wire, which legendary SMG that on hit spreads its damage, like electrical line spreads to nearby enemies, which was really nice, adding the dark magic damage that you do. And there's a particular fight where you're really going to want a lot of lightning damage. Outside of that, it doesn't particularly matter what gun you use. You'll want a gun that does a good base damage and fires multiple projectiles. So like large magazine size are good, things with a high fire rate are good. Anything that's firing multiple projectiles, which you can see times 3 means it's firing multiple projectiles, because every projectile separately calculates its chance to bounce. Outside of that, your enchantments will want to be either ability damage or damage dealt, gun damage. Outside of that, anything that's increasing dark magic or dark magic efficiency is increasing your survivability drastically. And then for spells, probably the best spell to grab is the Buffmeister spell. They do different things, but all of them generally increase what you do. This one increases lightning damage extra. That's what the zap means. And then the Pew is increased fire rate while the spell is active. Outside of that, I mean, rings just want plus the gun damage. Aren't super important. This one's nice. It's got increased dark magic efficiency and further increased dark magic efficiency while I am at 50%. One below 50%, which is super nice. This one I don't really particularly care about. Shield so far hasn't really mattered. I just had good armor and gave me plus to maximum health specifically. And that's it. That's the core to the build. Now, with weapon enchantments, your enchantment only matters on what weapon you have out, right? So while I primarily use my live wire, all that really matters is this increases my damage done, right? But your melee weapon and your shield and your spell, their enchantments are active all the time, right? So if you have something like on spell cast, but if this was, say, on action skill start, then it would always. Same with the melee weapons. So really want to focus on making sure you have good enchantments on these.
I have learned much and am
Let's
not
go
yet
show off how this
nearly
build
done.
works.
Choose,
Currently
Fatemaker.
on Chaos Trial 16, Chaos level 17.
Enter the... That's really how the build works, and really shines in close combat AoE quarters. Boss damage is not the best, but its boss survivability is very good, and really take a possibly got me. Oh, I saw you. Come here.
on. Come on. Come on.
Hail of arrows! You have learned well, my apprentice. These hands are ready for blasting.
Hope that works out for
Just
you.
want to get to like a mini boss encounter. Strength of this build. AoE clear.
I'll make this quick.
There's never any
Someone
one
tell me
fight.
they're keeping count.
Taking bonus damage from movement speed. Aiming up.
More stones to wet the blade.
And the fire rate gets kind of outrageous while Buffmeister's up. That's good. Getting like entire points, as many rounds down range as you can. And more reflections, more damage means more survivability. It's converting damage directly into health with your class mod.
Ready to fling some
Oh, here it is.
spells.
Oh, big guy.
Splinter Span!
Get hit. No effect. My health regen is just too high. Mini boss.
My soul
Stop it.
must rest
Stop it.
before
Cut it out.
casting again.
Cut it out. Really highlight like how stupid the build can get with a bunch of enemies being proximity to each other. And that's it.